What's up everyone, it's your boy Tarek and I'm back today with another YouTube video. If you guys are new to my channel and it's your first time tuning in, please be sure to subscribe with the notification bell on so every time I upload, you guys are notified. I was meant to upload on Friday. As you know, Fridays is one of the days that I upload, but when the TV show Power is on, my mind is not in the right state of mind after the episode because, yeah, especially after episode 9, there was a major death. I'm not going to say on here to spoil it, but I'm sure people have been seeing it on social media because I know today it comes out in the UK on Amazon Prime. So if you haven't seen it, go give it a watch. But yeah, the show had me in tears. In fact, I'll actually leave a little clip here. I'm actually crying. I'm actually crying over all my days. That was but yeah, I don't cry over TV, but I don't really cry, period. It's not about over TV. I don't really shed tears like that. But yeah, the scene that took place in that, it had me actually bawling my eyes out. So you guys can see in the clip that it got a little bit emotional. I couldn't even do the full review on the Friday that I normally do. I had to do it the Saturday. So yeah, this video is to make up for the Friday. As you guys can see by the title, we're gonna get into some deep stuff. I'm gonna be a little bit more vulnerable in this video. I was low-key afraid to make this type of video because this goes against everything that I like, not believe in, but I am as a person. So for example, like, I believe in, like, not vulnerability is weak and all that type of stuff. We're all human, but the way I handle emotions is kind of messed up. And I tend to put everything to the side and just push everything to the side and keep it stepping. But really and truly, I need to deal with whatever the situation is there and then. Embrace whatever's happening. And then I can move on, because then I'm not healing. And I feel like situations that's happened in the past, I'm still not over because I didn't process the feelings that I should have processed then. And it's hitting me now. So this video is just about me saying things with my chest, being as vulnerable as I can be. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just get straight into business. So this is a question to the men. It's the same thing in the title, but we're gonna read it out just so we're clear. So men, when did you realize that your relationship wasn't working out, or that you didn't feel there was a spark there anymore? When like in the relationship did you feel that? Because let's be honest, people don't just break up like that unless someone's cheated on them. But then even that itself, people don't break up straight away like that. Let's be honest with one another. When in your relationship, was it when you guys had an intimate moment? Was it when he may have said something, or your partner may have said something? Could it have been that? It could be anything. So when did the realization come, when you realize, you know what, this isn't really working out for me? And I'm gonna answer for myself. I've got a list here of things that I realized for myself that things wasn't going the way it should have gone. Like I said, I'm being very vulnerable here. So if you don't want to later on throw this back at my face or say some mad shit to me on social media, by all means do your thing, because I'm putting myself in the crossfire by being like this. And I think this is another reason why I'm also scared to be vulnerable. It's because I worry. This is the only time I worry about what people say. People is worrying about, oh, it's just gonna get thrown back in my face. But in this instance now, it is what it is. The first bullet point is, and by the way, before I get into it, one last thing. I have been in 2 relationships with men. But I'm not gonna be specifying which relationship I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing all that, and I'm not going to be saying nobody's names out of respect. I'm just talking about my personal experience. Yeah? So the first bullet point is, he kissed me. I wanted to make love, but I just wasn't in the mood anymore. So, you know, sometimes maybe, I don't know if you may have gone through it, but you'll want to make love to your partner. You'll want to, yeah, you'll want to make love to your partner, but you could tell that the connection is not the same as it was. They call it the honeymoon period. So, like, when you first get in a relationship, everything's all great, everything's all smooth, everything's all sweet. But later down the line, things start irking you about each other. But because they're small things, you think to yourself, oh, I don't need to discuss this with you. I don't need to I don't need to talk to you about the, oh my God, my English is not English in today. I don't need to discuss this with you. I don't need to have a conversation with you about this. But you do. Even if it could be something very small. And in my head, I'm thinking, I don't want to come across as like I'm being bitchy, I'm being petty. That's not what it's about. But in a relationship, communication is so key. It could be the tiniest of things. Like the way you wear your shoes, the way you walk. Like, actually, the way you walk, you can't help how you walk. Okay, I take that one back. But I'm just trying to think of examples. The way, if you eat with your mouth, like, if you clap your mouth while you eat, sorry, if you do that, that's a deal breaker to me, because you shouldn't be eating like that, period. But I'm just trying to give some examples here. If that's something you're doing and it's something that irking me, I would have to tell you, instead of just me thinking, you know what, it's something small. It's not nothing serious. No, speak about these things, nip these things in the bud. And that's what I didn't realize. I was like, no, it's okay. You're saying certain things, but it's calm because that's your pick. But you don't want to cause friction with you and your partner, because even in one of my relationships, people would ask us, oh, have you guys had an argument? And we at this point, we were together for a long time. It wasn't just for 2-3 months. It was probably like the 6-month period. It was past the 6. And people would ask, have you guys had an argument? And we would be like, no, we haven't had an argument. And bearing in mind, we didn't have no argument until I'll get to it when I get to it, because I put it in the notes section. And people will be like, something's not right. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, are you lot just hating on the fact that you lot are arguing in your relationships and I haven't been in an argument? But I see now where they were coming from, because you cannot go that long without at least having a disagreement. We had no disagreements. So it's too good to be true type of thing. Like, and I understand where they were coming from. So yeah, that's why when the person wanted to make love with me or wanted to, I wasn't really feeling it no more. But it was a thing like, nah, something is just off. Next bullet point, and again, I'm not trying to be mean, but this is just my experience, and this is just what I went through, and when I realized that it's not for me. This individual they were too emotional. And what I mean by this, now please let me land before you lot even try come for me in the comments, because I know as I said that part, you lot are gonna be like, oh, there's nothing wrong with being emotional. Oh my God, like, what you mean? Relax, take a beat, take a breath, hold your breath before you come at me, because let me land. We would have a debate about something, So, with debates, you normally put your feelings aside and it's just opinions, right? And you're getting upset. Like, stuff like that would irk me. I'm not saying you can't be emotional, if you're watching a film, you're watching a movie, something's upset you, like real life situation. Cool. I'm an emotional person too, Don't let me fool you. I was gonna say something, but I had to really think before I said it, and I said no, because that doesn't mean emotional or not emotional. So I really had to think before I let that come out my mouth. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I come across on social media like nothing can faze me. Oh no, things do faze me. Oh, best believe things do faze me. I just don't show it a lot. Yeah, I just don't show it a lot. I come across as like this hard nut, like things don't faze me, but I get upset about a lot of things. I even lost my train of thought. I need to go back to my note. Yeah, so it's like we would be having a debate about something. Like one time we were talking about YouTubers, and it was like, because I liked a YouTuber, and this person didn't like her YouTube, and this person used to say the word hate a lot. That used to be another thing that used to irk me, because hate is a strong word. You cannot be throwing that word around like it's nothing. For you to hate, you don't understand, for you to hate someone, I don't know, hate is on the other side of love, right? So for you to hate someone, you must love them. Does that make sense? Because you can't, hate is such a strong word. That means you want to see the worst happen to them. And it's like, calm down. You don't hate them. They haven't done nothing. I say for you to, you can't hate someone. You can only hate someone if they've really personally done something to you. Let me give a prime example. Donald Trump here, we all know the type of man he is. Do I hate him though? No, I don't. I don't personally know the man for me to hate him. That was the first name that came to my mind. Donald Trump says a lot of silly things. Does that mean I hate him? No, I don't know him personally to hate. I don't know him enough. But a lot of people say, I hate Donald Trump. Da, 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 da. You don't know the man personally to be hating my man. I'm sorry. That's an illness to me if you hate someone that... You can't hate someone you don't personally know. So when we was having that debate and I was trying to explain that to him, he was getting upset. He's like, I just don't know how you can support someone that da 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 da. I'm like, relax. Like, it used to get on my nerves because it's like, I can't even have a debate with you without you getting upset. Like, actually chill the fuck out, bro. Chill out. Like I said, I don't care if you're an emotional person. I am too. I handle my emotions different to how other people may do. I don't sit down there and cry. I don't do that. It's very rare for me to shed tears, you know. And I always say I will never shed tear over no man. But never say never in it, because you never know the circumstance. But it's like, you need to hold your horn and relax for a little bit, because it was like, so like I said, and that's something small. Like, it's not deep, but it's like, it's a build up. Like, small things can have a build up effect, and eventually it's just everything just explodes. So you understand what I'm saying? This one is not about, it's nothing to do with me. This is one I just thought of about. This could be a general thing. This bullet point has nothing to do with me. When someone could plan a date, but then they're asking you the questions such as like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Like, I'm not being funny. Ooh, my eye's stinging me. I'm not being funny, but you're planning the date. Like I said, disclaimer, this is nothing to do with me. My eye's burning me. Hold on. I'm so sorry. My eye is actually burning me. I put this thing, it goes into my eye too damn much. And every time it goes into my eye starts stinging. Yeah, my eye's stinging me, man. Shit. Sorry, guys. But yeah. If I'm planning a date for someone, I'm not asking them no type of question. You meet me at the location, or you meet me wherever, and the date will be set up. I'm not going to be asking. The only thing I would ask is what you like doing, so I can have a rough idea. I don't want to bring you on, like, I'm not going to, like, for a first date, I can either be spontaneous and plan something, or I could ask you, what do you roughly like to do, so I can kind of gauge, because I want to get to know you. Or if we're in a relationship, you should not be really asking me. Because we're talking about in a relationship. So let's scrap the first date BS. In a relationship, you should not be asking me. You should kind of roughly know, especially if we've been dating or going out for a few months now, you should have a rough idea what I like to do. Or you could change it up. You could do something that, you know, ask me, oh, what do you think about this? You could ask me, like, what do you think about this? Kind of gauge roughly what I would feel like. Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, like that. But I don't want you to ask me, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Then what's the point? You might as well let me plan the day, since such you can't do it yourself. Yeah. Okay, so this next point is, okay, this is when it's back to me now. And this one is where I realized that we are not for each other. Yeah, so let me go through it. We went on holiday together. We went on holiday. And this was the longest one. We had gone away like three times last year. But this holiday was the longest one. It was for a whole week. And you know when they say when you go away with a partner, it's really a test to see if you guys can manage with each other. It's like you're living with each other for a week, isn't it? So that was the test, and nah. All I'm saying is It just, yeah, no. Anyway, so we went on holiday together. And it was actually going well. It was going well. Like I'm not gonna. It was going really well until an incident happened in the pool. Now let me explain to you lot what happened. Because I'm a man of principle. I'm a man of respect. I show people respect. I kind of expect it back. You're not gonna. Not I kind of expect it back. I expect it back. Sorry, let me not sugarcoat that. If I'm showing you respect, respect me back. Because if you disrespect me, best believe I'll disrespect you back, and it'll be worse. Because you're not about to embarrass me and disrespect me. That's not what we're gonna be doing. So we was in the pool, and I'm a person, I don't like insects, bugs, and all this type of jazz. I don't like that. Especially in a pool that I'm swimming in. Like, what are you doing? So I'm there, the bug is floating in the thing, and I'm trying to drown, trying to take the water and drown the thing in it. My other half at the time was like, no, let's save it. And I'm just watching him, and I'm thinking, I understand there's people that's animal friendly. I hear it. Trust me, I hear it. I'm animal friendly too. I like dogs, cats, hamsters even though they look like mice. I like them. Rabbits. Them type of animals, cool. Yeah. Insects and bugs, yeah, so long as you stay in your corner, I ain't gonna come and cause you no harm. I don't want to be anywhere near you. But I'm in a pool. The pool's meant to be clean. You're coming in the pool. No, get out. So I'm trying to flush it out. He's like, let's protect it. So I take some water, and I'm creeping over to the thing to go pour water. This is what happened. As this is happening. When I tell you, I shit you not, I had to just get up from the pool and leave. Because the way that I was getting, bear in mind, I'm already in a hot country. I was even more hot. The rage that I was feeling, I had to just get up and leave. I said, before I end up saying something that would hurt your feelings, let me get up and get out and just go and cool off. That's how I had to handle that situation. And I made, bearing in mind, to my other half at the time, I made the person aware that this is how I handle situations when I get like this. You need to just give me some time. Don't come and aggravate me and ask me questions and talk, because you will get a response that you will not like. I promise you. You need to respect the fact that I've told you this is how I handle it. I made one thing about me. I'm very clear, I'm very clear from the start of a relationship, and I understand where people will come from saying, Tarek, but that's a bit selfish because it's not just about you. You have to think. Sorry, if you want things to go swiftly and nicely, it will go swiftly and nicely. You need to give me time. I need to come back to a level head. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. So that happened, and I think I went a good half an hour, 45 minutes without speaking to the person, because I was just so mad. I was like, I can't believe you did that to me in a pool in front of other people. Do you know how disrespectful that is? And people are watching as well. That's the worst thing. You're slapping my hand back because you don't want me to kill it. Yeah, and then you're coming and tell me, when we eventually had the conversation, you're coming and tell me that, it's a joke. That's what I'm getting upset about. What we're not going to do is gaslight the situation because I felt disrespected. If I thought it was a joke, I would have been laughing with you. I would have been like, yeah. That wasn't it. I was fuming. I was mad. For me to get on, react like that, you're saying I'm overreacting. Bro, I don't like being gaslit. Don't gaslight me. If I feel a type, because I never did that to you. When you felt a type of way, When you were upset about situations, I never once gaslit you and said, oh, but you're overreacting. I let you be how you be. Sometimes I left you alone to you know, but I would always make sure you were good. Don't gaslight me in my situation. Even talking about it, I'm getting irritated because I never fully managed to get this off my chest because it was always like, oh, I felt sorry for doing what I did to him, and all I did was not speak. And in his head, he was thinking, oh, what's this? What's happening? Is he going to break up with me? Da, 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 da. I'm not petty. One thing about me, I'm not petty. I'm not going to break up with someone over a situation like that. That's dumb. Sorry. If you're breaking up with someone over something so stupid as that, you should not be in no relationship. What you need to do, you need to go and seek counseling. Because if you're breaking up with someone over that, you ain't ready yet. You're not ready. I'm so sorry. You're just not ready. And then, you know, the waterworks started coming. And obviously, sorry, crying is a weakness to me. If I start seeing people cry, I don't know what it is, but I start feeling bad. But I need to stop that because, sorry, crying, I feel like sometimes people cry to make themselves victim. And you start crying, and you crying because maybe you wanted me to feel sorry for you in that situation. I look back at it now and it's like, but I wasn't in the wrong. What did I have to be up? Okay, cool, we apologize. We moved past it, but I never really got to fully get it off my chest. And I think that's why when I'm talking about it now, it still irks me and it still irritates me because it's like I'm not a clown. I'm not a clown. Like, I removed myself from a situation because I didn't want to end up saying something that I may not be able to take back. That's why I remove myself from situations. That's why when you're heated like that, you have to take yourself away from situations. You can't, if you know you're a person that gets angry, because bro, I used to have a bad temper back when I was a kid. I had to do anger management and stuff like that. Bro, I had a bad temper back in primary school. Those that went to my primary school would understand and they will tell you. Even in secondary, I had a bad temper. And going through the years, I had to learn how to control it. So when I'm telling you, it's for your own sake and my sake too. It's for both our sake. When I'm telling you at the start of the fucking relationship or when I'm getting to know someone that this is how, if a problem or a situation happens, I just need time to be level-headed and we can have a conversation. Because I'm not going to shout and scream at you. We're not doing that. I've never asked any of my partners that I've been with, I've never raised my voice at them. I've never shouted at them. I've never been aggressive towards them because I've learned how to control myself. And when you're there, come in and speak to me while I'm calming down, your feelings might get hurt because I might end up telling you something that you don't want to hear, or because you didn't listen to what I had to say, or because just give it time. I've told you already. I said I'm not in the mood right now. Just give it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I just had to get that off my chest because it's kind of been on my chest because it's like you want people to feel sorry for you and bad for you, but I didn't do you anything wrong. Well, we'll get to the last part. But in this instance, I didn't do you anything wrong. So it's like, that's when I knew myself. I said, no, I can't be dealing with this. You're actually too fragile for me. Like, and that's not a bad thing. Again, it's not bad if someone's fragile. That's not bad. But for me, it's too much for me. I cannot handle you. Every little thing you want to cry about, every little thing you want to be upset about, every little thing you want to... You understand what I'm saying? I can't deal with stuff like that, man. I can't. It's like, because then I always feel like on edge. And I don't like feeling like that. I don't like feeling like that. I'm so sorry. I don't. And then also, what else made me realize that it's not working out? So when he started talking about moving in together, 8 months into the relationship, broski. Like, it hasn't even been a year. We weren't even together for a year. The year anniversary didn't even happen, unfortunately. Was just one of those things. We talk about moving in together. That's what scared me. I got scared and I said, nope. Because I wasn't ready to hear all of that. And especially the holiday we just came back from. The holiday, that's another thing. We came back from the holiday. We didn't even speak to each other properly like that. It was like general conversation. Hi, how are you? How was your day? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know, when you're first starting to get to know somebody, dead in the water. Relationship was dead. We barely spoke when we came back. Like, I'll go the whole day without talking to him. He'll go the whole day without speaking to me. That's when I knew, I said, this relationship is done. But we didn't actually have the conversation that it was done yet. So obviously, I went clubbing one weekend. I think it was the following weekend I came back. Met up with my friends. We went clubbing. Obviously, I was naughty, innit? Because mentally, I had shut off the relationship. I was like, this is done. I ain't worrying about this no more. I kissed the guy, innit? And obviously, the guilt was still there because, like, the relationship is not officially over. Even though I've mentally shut off from it, it's over. It's not officially done. So it's like, it's still cheating. So I told him. When we had the conversation about he was asking me, moving in and all this type of thing. I had a conversation. I said, listen, I did kiss somebody in the club. And yeah, that was the end of that chapter. Sometimes relationships don't work out. Sometimes they do. That person wasn't for me. The person's a very nice person. I haven't got a bad word to say about the person, but the relationship, it was nice while it lasted. And then towards the end, it became a bit rocky. So I think because we didn't argue, I think this is where I said I understood where people were coming from. Because we didn't argue, it was a thing where when we did argue, it was one big argument. You understand what I'm saying? It was big. Because we did, and I think it was little things that was a build up of things that kind of just, I was like, fuck this. I cannot be bothered and I cannot be arsed. So, yeah, man. It was hard for me to record this. Like I said, I don't really like talking about shit like this. I don't really like being vulnerable. I needed to get something off my chest. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new with the notification bell, and also comment below what experiences you have been through with your partner to know that the relationship isn't working. I'm kind of curious to know. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care and peace.